Hello boys and girls, welcome back to another video. In this video I am going to be sharing with you a tool that I use to strengthen my intuition that has really helped me out and really given me the confidence in my own inner guidance, my own trust, and it really has helped me a lot. So I wanted to share this with you. Okay, so we're going to be going through how to use a pendulum. For those of you that don't know, there are many different types of pendulums, and one of the things that I like to use it for is to ask yes/no questions. So basically, the pendulum is an extension of your own energy field, and it just kind of amplifies what you already know, what your soul already knows, and what you know energetically. Okay. So lots of different types. Really doesn't matter what they look like. So here's a couple different types and shapes. They can be made out of different materials, metal, stone. Pretty much any weight on the end of a string can be used. Doesn't have to be that elaborate. There are so many different kinds, but really it's finding one that works for you. Okay, so kind of think of this process, finding a pendulum, is kind of like test driving a vehicle. So I encourage you to go to a place that has these physically where you can actually try them out and you can see what ones respond best to you. So you're looking for like a lot of movement. You can ask it yes, no questions to test it. We'll talk about that in a moment. And finding one that works for you. Okay, but really anything can be used as a pendulum. If you have a pendant on the end of a necklace, you can take that off. You can use that as a pendulum. Okay, and I'm going to get in how to first pick one. Okay, so you're going to want to pick one that resonates with your energy. Often they say the pendant picks you. So if you're being called to one or drawn to one, go with that. But try a bunch of different ones out and see what one works best for you. Okay? After you purchase it, then you're going to want to take that home, cleanse it. There are a bunch of different ways to do this. Clearing the energy from the tools that you work with is huge. You can smudge it, you can put it in salt water if it doesn't destroy the material, you can bathe it in moonlight, all these different ways to clear it. What I do, I ask it. I ask to clear it with intention, I ask it to clear, and then it moves in a circle. Okay? And at least that's what I ask it to clear, and this is what it does. When it stops, it's ready to go. All right. When I first learned how to do this, I was like trying to hold my hand still and not move it, but like you are supposed to move. You are meant to be moving, and maybe if your pendulum isn't moving, kind of just get it moving, get a feel for like being fluid with it. Okay, remember this is an extension of you. The pendulum's not going to move if you're like trying to hold it still like this. Yeah, you're going to get it to not move, but that's not what you want. Okay. Basically, it's using your own energy. So yeah, you are moving slight movements, and this kind of amplifies it so that you can see it. Okay. So test it out, test drive it, and then also clear it. But then also clear yourself. If you are in a crappy space, it's gonna influence the energy of you and the energy of the pendulum. Okay. If you're really attached to the outcome of something or really tied to it, or you're like, oh, I want it to be yes, I want it to be yes. Guess what? You're probably going to get a yes. Okay. So you got to clear your mind, clear your energy so that a clear answer can come through. All right. And then just ask it. Your intention is everything. So ask it to work for your highest good. I'm going to show you how to then test it. So everyone's yes is going to be different. Everyone's no is going to be different. So I will say, show me yes. Okay, and I don't know if you can see this. I'll turn sideways. So back and forth away from me is my yes. Yours may be different. Yours may spin. Yours may go side to side. Okay, then I'll ask it to show me no. All right, it starts going from side to side. Okay, that's my no. Okay, once again, yours may be different. So ask it yes, ask it no, and see what yours is. Then you can ask some test questions. Is my name Steve? Okay, is my name Matt? And see how it responds. All right, so once you have some test questions and play around with this, get familiar with stuff you already know, then you can start asking questions that you don't know. One thing I like to do after each answer, or after I'm done with it, I say thank you for the answer. the way the universe works, the more gratitude, the more that you give thanks, the more easily you build this energetic rapport, this trust, and this relationship with not only the tool, but also with your higher guidance. So really you can ask anything during these, phrasing it in a yes/no question. I would be very mindful of things in the future. Don't get too attached to things in the future, because the yes, the no is only one possibility. Okay? The future is dynamic, it's constantly changing, and your answer is one possibility of what may or may not happen. Okay, so I avoid future questions, or questions about the future. Okay. So some extensions of this is pretty cool. So some extensions of this are, some people like to use different things to get more in-depth messages, and I'll show you some of these tables. You can use these charts. I do not use anything like this, but I want you to be aware of them. So this is a yes/no chart. So you can see on there in different directions. It says rephrase questions or maybe, and you may even need to turn this so it resonates with your yes and no. Just one of the things that you can use. I don't use it. All right, another one you can use is more involved, more detailed, and this is a bunch of characters, letters, alphanumerics, and you can get channeled messages from this. Who am I speaking to? What is the message? And you can get letters, write out each letter, and then go back through it. If stuff doesn't make sense, you can ask for more clarification, or you can kind of put the words together and go back through it and make sure it makes sense. Okay, you can get channeled messages that way. Okay, some of the other extensions of this, you can use it to find missing items. Okay, you can either use it like hotter or colder, where it's like moving more and more. If it's warmer, you can also ask it yes/no questions. Is it in this room? Yes, no. Is it in the garage? Yes, no. Where the hell are my keys? But no, phrasing it in a yes/no question. Are my keys in my car? Are my keys in my pocket? Different questions you can ask. All right, then some other things you can do with this are measuring energetic anomalies. So you can use this to find ley lines. You can use this to find portals. You can use this to find different things energetically. Not only on geographically, but you can also use this for the body. So I know like different energy workers and stuff will use this on different points of the body to see how open or closed your chakras or energy centers are. And they can locate energy blockages and figure out what they need for healing from there. Okay. So I use this to actually grow my intuition by using it for frickin' everything. I would use it all the time. I would use it for simple stuff like people would send me a friend request on Facebook, and guess what I grabbed? Eventually you start getting to the point where you start trusting your intuition. And eventually I got to the point where before I'd even grab it, I'd already know the answer. And I usually found that this was just more confirmation of, oh yeah, I already knew in my gut that was not a person I should add, or I shouldn't make that choice. And this just reinforced it, and then I just grew that trust in myself, that strength in myself. And this is a process that was a couple of years for me, and now I rarely use it. But it is a powerful tool as you advance, as you progress on your journey, and it will really help you to strengthen, grow your trust, strengthen and grow your intuition and your trust in yourself and higher guidance. All right, I'd love to hear if you have any additional applications for this or any tricks that you do. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.